Guys and 3 girls, all looking for love.
There probably isn't a kind of woman that I wouldn't want to meet.
In my eyes, a man has to be a man.
But with a unique twist.
Can you see your hand in front of your face?
Oh!
I feel completely blind.
You kind of are.
They will date each other in complete darkness to find out if true love really is blind.
How much am I allowed to feel?
Oh, blimey.
This is what they see, and this is what we see. After a series of dates,
I'm just not feeling it.
they will choose one dater to see in the light as looks are revealed for the very first time. Will 10 seconds of light destroy days of chemistry and bonding?
I've kissed a girl, I don't even know what she looks like.
They must then ultimately decide whether to meet face to face or walk away, as we find out just how much looks really matter.
She might be one of those girls that's got body like Pamela Anderson, face like Clive Anderson.
It's day 1 of the dating experiment, and here looking to find true love are the 6 daters. First to arrive are the boys.
My name's Ali Azarian, I'm 28 and I'm from Ascot. I'm a corporate account manager for a training company. I've never dated anyone in the dark, but I've woken up with a few people that didn't look quite the same as when I met them the previous evening. My ideal woman would be Megan Fox with the brain of Carol Vorderman.
My name's Kevin, I'm 29 years old, and I'm from Otley, which is a small town just outside Leeds. I'm the IT manager of an insurance company. There is the vision that IT people are quite geeky in nature. I think everybody's a geek now. They all love their iPhones and their gadgets, and suddenly it's cool to be a geek. Hi there.
Hello, mate.
My name's Barry, I'm 27 years old. I live in Surrey. I basically work in marketing. The women I normally go for are usually tall, slim, good-looking.
Barry. Pleased to meet you, Barry. I'm Kevin.
I'd obviously like to be with an attractive person and not be with someone that I would deem to be ugly, because I wouldn't be able to be with them.
Next to enter are the girls.
My name's Zara. I'm 27. I'm from Durham, and I'm a publicist. The guy I'm looking for would be outdoors rather than indoors. He'd be rugby rather than football. He'd be pint over cocktail. In my eyes, a man has to be a man.
My name is Sarah Romano. I'm 29 years old and I'm from Colchester in Essex. I work in a marketing department of an independent cruise company. I would say the ideal thing that I'm looking for is that magic that exists in films. Hi.
Hi.
I don't know if I've actually seen it in real life, whether it can exist, but that's what I want.
Are you nervous?
I am nervous. I mean, I don't even go on normal dates, let alone dates in the dark.
My name's Caroline, I'm 25, originally from the Wirral, but now live and work in Derby. I'm an aerospace engineer. The guys I go for tend to be tall, physically strong, and very self-confident. Caroline.
I'm Zara.
Nice to meet you. Hi, Zara.
For the next few days, the male and female daters will live in separate apartments, only ever meeting for dates in the dark.
So finding the perfect guy?
Finding the one.
It's time for the daters all to meet.
Let's work our magic.
The group date will help them decide who to choose for the first round of dating. They are about to enter the specially designed darkroom for the very first time.
Yeah, it's all right. So that's your back, Nico.
That's my back.
Right, keep walking.
Still shuffling. Shuffle, shuffle.
Big game of trust.
We came in and we were like 3 blind mice, and we made our way around the entire perimeter before we got round to the table.
Yeah, I've got it here.
You cannot see a thing at all.
Can you see your hand in front of your face?
Barely.
With the boys in their seats, it's time for the girls.
Don't say a word until you sit down.
It smells of man in here. Are there men in here already? Hello?
Your dreams come crashing down when the door opens and the women go, I can smell men! And suddenly it's, OK, who is it? Who's broken wind or who's not wearing deodorant?
I'm Sarah.
Is there a table?
In front of you. Yeah, in front of you.
I'm Zara.
Hi, Zara.
And I'm Caroline.
Hi, Caroline.
And your name?
I'm Barry.
I'm Ali.
And I'm Kevin. Where have you all come from? Because I can't hear any strong accents.
I'm from Colchester in Essex.
You're kidding.
No.
So am I.
Oh my God. Maybe if I find out some more about Barry, I'll find out whether he's the kind of person that I could then go on to date. And obviously, living in Colchester, it'll be nice and local. I'm in marketing.
So we're both from Colchester, we're both in marketing.
You're a promo boy.
No, that's how I started and made my way up.
I used to be a promo girl too.
Did you?
Yeah.
I think Zara would be a good-looking girl. Because she mentioned that she used to be a promo girl, I've known quite a lot of promo girls, and most of them tend to be relatively attractive.
A man's got to be a man. Outdoors over indoors, pint over cocktail.
Northern farmer steps forward.
Love that, isn't it?
But personality, wait, I haven't finished yet.
Zara, I'm quite intrigued by her. I'd say of the three of them, she might be potentially more feisty than the other two, a bit more of a stronger personality.
I'm an aerospace engineer.
Engineer?
Yeah.
Wow.
so-
Really?
I've got a degree, a master's degree in engineering. Not really my cup of tea. I've gone to computers now, but engineering is my background.
Caroline is very well educated, but she didn't give an awful lot away. I think you've got to work quite hard to bring Caroline out of her comfort zone.
I played rugby at uni and still do a bit.
I'm gagging to know what you look like.
What kind of girls do you go for?
Without wanting to sound too much of a playboy, my preference is for blondes, I must admit.
The first thing Kevin said was she'd be blonde. My reaction was, one, you know, he's gone for looks straight away, and two, you know, none of us are blonde.
So that's a real looks thing you've just gone for.
Straight
You
away.
could have gone down the personality. I go for fun girls. I go for serious
what I was gonna
girls.
say.
Yeah, I go for blondes.
I think the huge mistake I made was actually saying that I like blondes because I instantly went for physical appearance. Hopefully that won't go against me.
Nice to meet you.
We are waiting
And you.
by.
What I really enjoyed about it most was that it was purely based on personality. So you kind of really intrigued to know more, rather than I would look at a girl and go, don't like the look of her, gone.
I liked Barry and Ali.
I'm with you there, yeah.
Yeah, me too. So it turns out that all three of us have picked Ali and Barry as the two favourites in the house.
What I really like about Sarah is that she's really quite easygoing. You feel that she'd get on with anybody in any situation you put her into. Caroline, she's kind of stepped into a man's world, playing rugby, she's in engineering. You imagine her to be really quite attractive, toned. The picture I get of Zara is that she's a bit like Marmite. You could either love her or hate her.
Having met as a group, daters must now embark on their first round of dates. There will be 3 rounds of dating in total before they choose which person they want to see revealed in the light.
Oh no, Colchester boy, Colchester girl.
Oh, how cute.
Email invites are sent to the opposite apartments.
Hi, Ali, meet me in a darkroom S.
During this round, daters can choose to go on more than one date. The first boy to be asked on a date is Ali. He is Sarah's choice.
Can't find sofa. I chose Ali as my first date, just going on my gut instinct from the first group date, really. Oh, sofa.
You doing all right?
Yeah, I'm over here.
Right, I'm just going to follow your voice. I'm terrible
Yeah,
at this. Okay, I'm
come
walking
over
forward
here.
like Frankenstein.
Okay. Oh,
okay,
there you
there
are. Come sit.
How you doing all right?
Yeah, I'm good. Here's some wine, if you want some. In the dark room earlier, I kind of felt that there was some kind of connection with you, you know? I just was like, OK, I want to get to know him a little bit better. When was your last kind of serious relationship?
So I went out with a girl for about 6 months, and that finished literally December, January. I sort of liken your life's partnership with women with food. Like, I see it as like a buffet. A lot of people, I think, go to the buffet, and the first thing they see on the buffet might be a sausage roll. And that sausage roll might taste really good. But if you eat that sausage roll every single day for 30 odd years, that sausage roll's going to taste horrible. There could be a gone-off bit of pineapple, but that pineapple, that tastes really good if you haven't had pineapple in, like, God knows how long. I liken relationships with women like a buffet. I think she might have taken that to think that I was maybe a bit of a playboy or whatever. It wasn't meant like that. It was just meant as sort of I've experienced life. Now I know that I want to sort of maybe look towards settling down. I can't really say that I've ever been in love, to be honest.
So it's something that you want, you're looking for now?
Yeah, I mean, I might try it out. It might be terrible, but you don't know until you try
Being in
it.
love, being terrible.
Well, you know, if you've never done it, you know.
Yeah, OK. Why has he not loved anyone? Maybe he loves himself a bit too much.
Bye, Sarah, 29 from Colchester.
With Ali, I'm not sure if we had an instant spark. We were able to chat, but I'm not sure if it was enough.
I've chosen Barry for my first date.
I am looking forward to see what she's really like. My first impression of her was that she's quite blunt. You do go for looks, first of all, don't you? And then they've got the personality.
I agree, yeah. The only thing I would add is that quite often, like, image doesn't really match the reality. I'm often misjudged because of what I look like. Bit of an airhead and a bit, a bit of a bitch.
I'd say you probably could be quite blunt and to the point.
Yeah.
I'd say you don't mess around.
He thought I was a bit of a bitch, which happens a lot. So even when they can't see me, they still think I'm a bitch.
I have to say, I've got a completely different picture of you. I kind of felt that you'd either get on with somebody like a house on fire, or not at all.
No, I'm not like that. I get on with everyone.
Yeah?
Yeah.
See, that was my first impression. She was a lot better than I expected.
If that was a date in real life, I think we probably would go on a second.
After being invited on a date with Zara, Barry's also been invited by Caroline.
He seemed very chatty and open when we were in the group session.
I feel completely blind.
Well, you kind of are, so...
Caroline had mentioned that she plays rugby. I had in my mind that I've got to find out what she feels like so I can have a better picture in my head. Yeah, absolutely tiny, aren't you? A girl that plays rugby, you have a stereotypical sort of view of a girl in your mind, don't you? So
I did think about it. As soon as I'd said it, I was like, I bet they're painting a picture now.
She felt a million miles away than what you'd imagine a rugby player to be like. I have to come out with a rugby girl. It's kind of a pub crawl.
Yeah.
Show me how it's done.
If you can deal with pub golf, fancy dress, general pint drinking.
Do you know what? It sounds like a dream come true.
I'd definitely like to see Barry again. I really enjoyed interacting with him, and it felt very comfortable.
Caroline hasn't pipped Zara to the post. I think I like Zara more.
Ali has decided he would like to date Zara.
I've invited Zara on the basis that when we were in a group scenario, she came across quite well, a little bit feisty, but a nice girl.
Ali's going for a date with Zara. I don't think that it's going to go as well as my date with her.
I'm 28 now, and I've had loads of fun.
Getting on a bit.
All right, there's no need to be like that.
I'm 27. I was only joking.
I know, I'm kidding. See, if you could have seen my
Yeah, I would
expressions
have
then,
known. I would have
you'd have
known.
known I was joking. I'm normally quite funny, but it's so easy to understand. I quite enjoy being single, but at the same time, it'd be really nice to sort of share your life with someone. Do you know what I mean?
I think that's half of the problem about meeting someone is that because I'm so content, there's nothing pushing you into taking the leap into the unknown, and I'm not very brave, so I would never approach anyone or anything like that.
I don't believe that.
Oh, I'm really not. I'd be terrified.
With Zara, she was a little bit more thoughtful in the conversation. It just felt a bit more natural.
Lovely to meet you.
You too.
Take care.
Okay.
I think you're... I'm pointing. What a dick, sorry.
Barry might have a little fight on his hands. I quite like her. She seems like a nice girl.
Cool. But we need reports. It's good. So did you think you had that kind of chemistry between you?
Probably, yes. But I think I probably had it with Barry as well. So I don't know. I really wouldn't know. I really couldn't choose.
Coming up, the daters discover their ideal love match.
I'm going to take your bird.
With mixed results.
I'm just not feeling it.
And the moment the lights turn on draws closer.
She might be one of those girls that's got body like Pamela Anderson, face like Clive Anderson.
So far, the daters have been on a group date.
My preference is for blondes, I must admit.
So that's a real looks thing you've just gone for.
First round of dating is well underway, and both Barry and Ali are competing for Zara's affections.
Barry might have a little fight on his hands. I quite like her.
After being invited on dates by Caroline and Zara, Barry has decided he would also like to meet Sarah.
Hello.
Hi.
So there you are. Like kissing your ears.
That's okay. You can kiss my ears, they're nice.
We did the whole hello thing, went to kiss her ear. She goes, oh, I don't mind if you kiss my ear. I've got nice ears. It was a good start, I made a mistake, but she's covering it up nicely. A bit sweaty.
That's okay, I'm sweaty too.
You proper feel in my face.
How much am I allowed to feel?
Oh, blimey.
I'm done.
From Sarah feeling me and being really quite flirtatious, and the way she was kind of suggesting, oh, where else can I have a feel? I felt myself getting quite aroused by it. Okay. Pitching a tent.
There was a bit of spark there, I think, on that occasion.
My favourite band of all time is Queen, and my favourite song of all time is Don't Stop Me Now.
Oh, I love that song.
Yeah.
Me and my friends, when you're out, you always sing that song.
Exactly that. Dance floor, now.
Sounds like you have a good time when you go out, anyway.
Oh, yeah.
With Barry, went really well. There was a lot more I could have spoken to him about if the date had gone on. So, lots more potential.
Right, marks out of 10.
11.
Really?
I think that Sarah, definitely the #1 at the moment.
Finally, Caroline and Kevin also decide they would like to go on a date.
I think Kevin in the group date was quite straight with his answers, quite direct, and I wondered if that would change if we were just one-to-one together. Don't wear glasses. I'm wearing a shirt.
I am.
And you're really skinny.
I prefer the term athletic.
Do you do a lot of sport then?
Not as much as I used to, no.
The date immediately took a nosedive when, once she basically followed down to my waist, her immediate reaction was, "Oh my, you're skinny."
You remind me of my brother.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he's quite...
He's not called
Slim.
Kevin too, is he?
No, he's not. It wasn't exciting. I don't feel the need to meet Kevin again.
It's time for the daters to discover which person is their most compatible love match. The compatibility test identifies shared sociological and psychological traits in couples. Data from all the show's applicants have been analysed by a psychologist to determine a compatibility percentage.
I'd be disappointed if I wasn't matched up with either Sarah or Zara.
Hoping for Sarah.
I'd be okay if it was either Ali or Barry.
I guess I'd be a bit disappointed if it was Kevin.
Caroline. Kevin.
Well, there you go.
Not overly surprising, because we're both engineers.
A result of around 50% indicates a couple have a considerable amount in common.
55%, it's right, because we get on a professional background, but not on a social background.
Doesn't really change how I feel.
Really? What?
Oh my God.
I knew it.
Because I got on so well with Sarah, I was hoping it would be me. Completely honest, a little bit gutted.
60%? I'm going to take your bird.
And Barry.
58.
58.
58% match.
All three of us are actually quite keen on Barry, so I'm quite pleased that I at least get another date with him this morning. I can either rule him in or rule him out.
For the second round of dating, daters must couple up with their compatibility match. Firstly, although there was no chemistry in the initial date, it's Caroline and Kevin.
Not particularly excited about seeing Kevin again. I don't know what Kevin would have to pull out the bag in order to change my mind completely, but it would have to be something quite big.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
It's open, and I'm walking in.
I thought I'd test the waters slightly by putting my hand on her knee.
Is that your knee?
Yeah.
Are you wearing shorts?
Yeah.
I just let my hand linger on her knee.
How long have you been single for, and when was your last date?
I have no idea. Years?
Why?
Because I've not been asked out on one.
So if I ask you to join me on a date when the experiment's over, at this moment in time, would you say yes or no?
Ooh, that's a very direct question.
It is. I didn't think it was particularly difficult either, to be honest.
I think at the moment I would probably say no.
You'd say no?
Yeah.
Why would you say no?
Because I'm just not feeling it.
And her reply was, no. Which, in a way, was a relief, but also a bit of a surprise, because I thought we were getting on quite well, and it's only a date.
Going back to
I
my...
feel really harsh for just coming out with that. Normally I'd kind of be more diplomatic and dress things up a bit more.
There's no point in saying yes if I don't mean it.
So when you say you haven't been on a date for ages and it's because you haven't been asked, is it really because you haven't been asked or because you've never made yourself approachable? You're very direct with the no.
It is really because I've not been asked.
And get out there.
It is really because I've not been asked.
And then you sort of put two and two together and think, well, that's probably why you're single, and because you're simply turning people down all the time. Let's just say I'm glad to be out of there.
Really?
It could be classed as a dating disaster.
I just kind of said I wasn't really feeling it, so...
You actually said that
Yeah.
you weren't feeling it?
Yeah.
So you just broke his heart?
Possibly.
Next, it's the most compatible couple, Ali and Sarah.
I'm looking forward to the date with Sarah. I just wanted to try and gauge whether it's something worth pursuing, because on paper, obviously, we're a good match.
If today's date goes badly with Ali, I think I'm going to ignore the science and go with my gut. I'm here.
How you doing, all right?
Yeah, not too bad. So we were matched.
Yeah, I know. Well, I sort of leaned in for a hello peck on the cheek, and she didn't come forward, so for some reason that made me feel a little bit, oh, God.
Anyway, I've got something that we can do today that's a little bit different. I'm going to give you a massage.
I really like massages. I was really pleased that she offered me a massage.
You work out and stuff quite a lot.
I've been growing a belly for the last few years. I've been trying to get rid of it for the last 6 months.
And how's that going?
Yeah, really well.
The massage did give me a chance to obviously feel kind of his body type. He's not like a skinny guy. Like, you come across to me like probably the kind of person that I would go for.
Right.
Which isn't necessarily a good thing. I sometimes pick the wrong people.
So you pick people you end up sort of in hindsight thinking you shouldn't have picked them.
Yeah.
But maybe that's the wrong way to look at it. Maybe the kind of person you go for changes with experience because you stop looking at certain negative traits, you start looking at other things.
Yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily say the massage got any sparks flying.
My gut feel is, personality-wise, Sarah is a really good match, but I sort of fancy Zara. I can't really tell you why, so I'm just sort of confused as anyone.
The final couple to go on their compatibility date are Barry and Zara.
I'm really looking forward to my compatibility date with Barry, and certainly going to be asking more questions than I did yesterday.
Is there anyone in here? Having a second date with Zara, I just want to either write her off or see if there could possibly be another date.
Why did you decide to come on here?
Been a bit rubbish, really, in choosing girlfriends. I've had some nutters.
Come on then, tell me all about it.
Yeah, we went travelling together and I left her. I was all right, that's it, done, going home. See ya. Yeah, she sent me an email and she'd put on tons of weight and it made me feel so happy. Based on that, I sent her some of my portfolio pictures because I did some modelling after that, so I was like,
I'm so hot and you're not. He did drop in that he'd done some modelling, so it does make me think that he is quite good looking, or at least thinks he's good looking. He's set himself up for a fall, really, if he's not that good looking. All right.
Let's see it.
Lovely to see you.
And you.
Ali and Barry were neck and neck, and I think the compatibility test and the success of today's date maybe just given Barry the edge slightly.
It went well, yeah? I like her more, but I still like Sarah.
Coming up, there's only one more round of dating.
Barry's actually been asked by all three of them.
Before the lights go on and looks are revealed for the very first time.
If the light comes on and he's absolutely minging, I have no idea what I will do.
So far, Barry and Sarah are smitten. Ali's captivated by Zara, but she still holds a torch for Barry. And Kevin and Caroline have failed to find a connection.
I'm just not feeling it.
After 2 rounds of dating, there's just one more round of dates to go until the lights are turned on and couples get to see each other for the very first time. The daters decide who they would like to invite for this final round and are allowed to choose more than one date. After 2 disastrous dates with Caroline, Kevin has decided he wants to give Sarah a shot.
My impression of Sarah is that she's certainly a very sweet, down-to-earth girl. I took a piano into the date with Sarah for a bit of a fun element. I do play piano myself, but never in the pitch black before. I'm just going to slide something over your knees. Can you guess what it is yet?
No. Okay.
I thought we could actually get you involved in this and actually try and play something. Now, your index finger and your middle finger.
Here.
Excellent. All you have to do is put those on there.
I might actually break my
Oh, is it further away from you?
No, it's fine. He just kind of wanted me to move my hand somewhere, and I was like, I'm going to break my hand if I move it like that. It was a little bit awkward, I guess. It hindered rather than helped the date. I've been single for 3 years.
Oh, that's quite a while.
Yeah, I would say it is a long time.
Why
definitely.
is that?
I was in a bad relationship because I kind of got married to the first person I was in love with, basically.
Oh, so you're divorced?
Yes. Yeah, I'm separated from him and have been for a long time. So it was a big mistake, but I was young. Today's date with Kevin was quite awkward. I didn't feel any kind of spark there, so I don't wish to see him again.
For the girls' final choice, there is one clear favourite.
No!
And the first invite is from Caroline.
You don't want to see her?
Not really.
Next, there's an email from Barry's favourite dater, Sarah.
Oh, yes, beautiful.
And finally, there's a third invitation.
It's for Barry. He's got all 3. Barry's actually been asked by all 3 of them, which is disappointing for me, as it would have been nice to have been wanted to be chosen myself.
I had it in the back of my mind that if Zara doesn't pick me, I'm probably going to be gutted, but I didn't realise how gutted I was going to be. I'm sort of sitting in the background thinking, I've been knocked back, rejected. Fair enough if you don't like the way I look, but to sort of assassinate someone's sort of soul and their personality is another thing.
From Zara to Barry, I know you'd be a busy boy this afternoon, but fancy never catch up in the dark? Zed, kiss.
Fair play. It was almost like being dumped by text message.
First to date popular Barry is Caroline.
Are you in front of me now? So I've just prodded you again now. Sorry.
That one was very close.
I do apologise for being so forward.
I'm not going to complain.
Oh dear.
If you don't mind me being completely honest,
You have to be.
I feel that you need someone that you can trust and will help you believe in yourself a bit more, because I feel that you sometimes might beat yourself up a bit too much.
That's very impressive. I'm quite bothered that I'm that easy to read. He had me down to a T. I'm quite surprised and impressed that he's managed to come up with all of that from us meeting, I don't know, twice. A pleasure. My feelings towards Barry haven't changed. I still really like him, but I'm really unsure as to what he thinks about me.
I warmed to Caroline more and more as the date went on, but I feel that I like the fun, giggly one, which is Sarah.
Next to go on her date with Barry is Sarah.
I've got one more date with Sarah. I'm going to have to make this one count because it's the last one. I think I'm going to have to get myself in a situation where there's going to be some touching going on. I think I should be able to gauge whether, you never know, might be able to get some smooching.
I do like Barry. I think we've started to have some chemistry together. Barry chose to go on a date with me again, so obviously he seems to feel a connection with me.
Basically, I went to a nightclub.
Uh-huh.
There's probably a small group of girls on the dance floor.
Yeah.
And I'm with an Irish friend of mine. And I was like, oh, mate, what we're going to do is dead in here. I said, right, watch this. I got in the middle and then sort of did this little dance. And I'm going to show you what I did.
And I thought that she'd appreciate that. She's that sort of girl. It gave me the opportunity, actually, to get a bit closer with her, you know, a bit of touching.
What you need to do is literally just imagine you're a bird, yeah? And you just got to flap and you got to stick your head out like a pigeon, yeah?
And I showed her the pigeon dance. Then I got to go behind her.
John Travolta.
And again. And again the opposite way.
I like the fact that Barry's kind of up for silliness, generally having a laugh.
I think you're really fun.
I find you easy to talk to now.
I just know that I could go on a dance with you, drunk or something. I wouldn't feel embarrassed about it.
Yeah. What kind of drunk are you?
I'm a happy, love everybody type of drunk. God help you when we get home.
It gets to the end, and rather than giving Sarah a peck on the cheek, I decided I was going to go in for a smooch.
Where are we?
She's a good kisser.
You can tell a lot from somebody the way they kiss, so I'm glad that we were able to try that out.
And hopefully I'll see you again.
Yeah, cool. Thanks. It was a good date.
Oh, she's grinning.
So we did a bit of dancing, a bit of kissing.
You kissed him!
Did you kiss her? Yeah.
Come on, what's
I'm definitely looking forward to seeing her in the light. I'm quite nervous about it, actually. I've kissed a girl that I don't even know what she looks like.
I don't do sloppy seconds. In fact, can we cancel? Cancel the date with Barry. Originally, I'd chosen to see Barry for my final date, but couldn't see the point in exploring anything else with Barry.
Now that Zara feels Barry is out of the picture, she decides she would like to see Ali for her final date.
I don't think Ali was hurt by the fact that I'd chosen Barry, but I think he felt like he had a point to prove, and I think he might be quite competitive.
How you doing?
All right.
My attitude to meeting her was one of, I need you to know what I'm all about, and I'm a nice guy, and I am a guy that, you know, people should pick.
Obviously, I've picked you because I like you.
All right.
You haven't picked me, so you like someone more than me. So I want you to ask me questions that, if I give you the answer that you might like, might potentially change your opinion of me.
You and Barry were 50-50, but the compatibility test, I just left it to that. That's why I picked to go on a date with Barry. So don't you get yourself with a little chip on your shoulder.
No, I haven't at all, but, you know...
All right, OK.
As a competitive male, obviously, I've got that streak in me. I'm sure you wouldn't like a guy that settles for second best.
No,
or,
no,
do you know what I mean?
You don't get any prizes for being second.
You're the first loser.
Why do you think you're still single?
I don't think that I have taken the risks that I should have taken. I'm terrified of what might happen if I end up in that situation, so I don't want to be one of those people that sort of meets someone, gradually sort of loves them, but they don't have that real sort of, I want to rip your clothes off and love you. Whoever I end up with, I want to be sort of madly in love with and still feel like that about them in the long run.
I think his competitive streak did benefit the date because I think he was much more open and honest with his answers.
See you later.
OK.
Pick me tomorrow.
I will.
I'm thinking Ali's probably the best option for me, and I think he's a really nice guy.
I definitely want to see Zara in the light. I really want to take her out on a date, a proper date, but I don't even know what the girl looks like. I mean, she could be a wildebeest.
It's the moment of truth. After 2 days and 3 rounds of dating, our daters finally get to choose the one person they would like to see in the light. Will looks really matter? Could 10 seconds of light destroy days of chemistry and bonding? Or will personality shine through? Firstly, Sarah and Barry have chosen to see each other in the light.
I've got on really well with her. I've kissed her. And the only thing that's missing is I don't know what on earth she looks like.
If the light comes on and Barry's absolutely minging, I have no idea what I will do.
The daters are not permitted to talk during the light reveal and cannot see each other's reactions.
Bit nerve-wracking. I was a bit more worried about what she'd think of me than what would I think of her. I'm standing there, you don't know what to do, you're like a rabbit in the headlights, really. Didn't smile, remained very straight-faced, and you're kind of panicking, thinking, am I looking okay? Lights go down, you breathe again. Then you're thinking, oh no, now I've got to see her. It's really, really strange. You don't know what she's going to look like. You're in a panic, really. I was just so shocked inside. I was just like, that's the person I've just gone with.
We've got a smile.
Oh, a big smile. He's really nice looking, but in a completely different way to what I would have maybe thought he would have looked like. He wasn't like anything I would have imagined.
There he is.
This is sort of Sarah, and she looks nice.
Really?
Yeah,
She's pretty.
Yeah, she is. It's just so confusing, building up a mental picture, and then something completely different.
Yeah.
Was it so different to what you thought?
It was, yeah.
Like, he's not the kind of guy that I've ever kind of been approached by, I guess.
She could potentially be thinking, oh, no, what have I done? And that scares me a lot.
Caroline has also decided she would like to see Barry revealed in the light.
I know Barry really likes Sarah, and I still really like him. We got along quite well during our dates, and I'd like to see if his looks match with his personality.
What did you think of him?
He wasn't as good looking as I had imagined him to be.
Marks out of 10?
I don't know, I suppose 6 or 7.
Right.
On a scale of 1 to 10, be honest, where is she?
In my opinion, for my type, I'd say she's probably a 5. She's not my cup of tea, I have to say. She's an average-looking girl.
I'm absolutely bricking it. I've got to go and see Zara now anyway, so...
I hope she's what you expect.
Good luck, Ali.
Finally, Zara and Ali have chosen to see each other.
I think Ali is boyfriend material. He's certainly got the personality that I would normally go for. We'll just have to wait and see what he looks like.
I'm borderline about to have a cardiac arrest, and what seemed like just a bit of a laugh's turned into like this pressure cooker situation. I'm guessing she's an attractive girl. I mean, she might be one of those girls that's got body like Pamela Anderson, face like Clive Anderson.
Best case scenario, he'll be really tall, really dark, quite handsome. Worst case scenario, short, overweight.
My heart was going. I was wiping sweat that wasn't actually there. I felt like sandpaper on my forehead. I'm standing there, absolutely bricking it. I felt like I had like 6 kilos of narcotics in the car and I've like 6 police cars behind me. I could hear my heart beating. I was standing there, like, trying to figure out what do I do with my hands, where do I look. I was even thinking, like, am I smiling all right? So I was like, shall I look up? Do I stand there like that? Do I put my head up? Oh, shit, I've got a shaving rash on my neck.
All I could really focus on was how nervous he actually was about standing there. He was sweating, he was doing thumbs up, thumbs down, he was shaking. I just never have seen anybody as uncomfortable in their own skin as he seemed to be.
No, she's fit as... Oh, no. Yeah, she's amazing.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, she's very, very attractive. She's beautiful.
He didn't blow me away at all. He was just like, you know, kind of Mr. Average. He was so nervous. Like, I've never seen anything like it. Like, he was physically shaking.
Really? Oh, really?
It wouldn't be looks that put me off. It would be his nervousness, because I found that quite uncomfortable, that he was so uncomfortable with me.
This is simply going to come down to whether she likes me or not. If she liked the look of what she saw there, then I'm going to ask her out on a date.
I came here thinking that I've tried the conventional way of meeting girls. When the dating in the dark experience threw itself at me, I thought, you know, maybe this is the way that I'll meet someone that I really click with. Unfortunately, it just wasn't to be, which is naturally disappointing. There'd be no benefit from me seeing anyone in the light. It was a bit of a sinking feeling leaving the house, going back to my normal life that may not change because of being here. However, on the plus side, it does mean that I am still single, which is probably good news for the girls in Leeds.
With one dater down, who will meet in the drawing room? And who will walk away empty-handed?
I'm just not sure if he's boyfriend material for me.
Right, she's definitely not coming.
So far, Kevin gave up on his quest for love. Barry was seen in the light by both Sarah and Caroline. And have nerves destroyed Ali's chance for romance with Zara?
It wouldn't be looks that put me off. It would be his nervousness, because I found that quite uncomfortable, that he was so uncomfortable with me.
It's now time for the final decision. If they are still interested in their partner, they will go to meet them in the drawing room. They will not know if their partner is already waiting for them, or if they will turn up at all. If they are no longer interested in dating, they will walk out of the front door, potentially leaving their partner behind. After seeing Barry in the light, Caroline has a big decision to make.
I wasn't blown away by Barry's looks when I saw him. You know, knowing that Barry's quite interested in Sarah, there isn't really a big drive for me then to try and meet up with him in the drawing room. I decided that I didn't want to go to the drawing room at all to meet anyone. I didn't think I'd had a particularly strong connection with anyone in the house. I am quite disappointed, but it certainly hasn't put me off. Definitely still interested in finding the man for me.
For the remaining daters, it's time to find out if they will meet up or walk away.
It's very easy for me to be a single lad. I'm full of confidence, very good with talking to girls, I can approach anybody. When it comes down to having a relationship, I then turn into the soppiest emotional wreck. I spent some fantastic time with Sarah, and I really like her. I opened the door to find an empty room. Butterflies started swirling around, it's getting worse and worse. If she doesn't turn up, I would be completely gutted.
I think Barry and I had a couple of good dates. We found out that we had similar interests, some common ground, basically. I don't want a boy, you know, I want somebody who knows what they want in life. I want a grown-up, I want a man.
It was really, really nerve-wracking just to wait for somebody to come in. Sort of thinking about the prospect of getting rejected. Thank God for that.
Were you worried?
Yeah.
It's all good, we're both here. Oh my God, I'm like more nervous now.
Hey.
Kissing in the dark.
Yeah.
Mad.
Do you think it'd be any different in the light?
Everything feels really kind of new and exciting, and obviously it could be a whole fresh start for me, having not dated for such a long time.
It felt completely natural. It felt like, you know, I'd known her for a lot longer than just a few dates. Her personality, I think, is perfect, really. And, you know, she is a good-looking girl as well.
I'm quite an anxious character generally. I've got OCD. I'm generally wear my heart on my sleeve. What I like about Zara is she's smart, she's funny, and to boot, she's a knockout. It hasn't been a difficult decision to see Zara at all. I think it's a no-brainer, really. Will she turn up? It's in the hands of the gods. This is how Boxer feels before he's about to have a fight.
I really do think that Ali is boyfriend material. I'm just not sure if he's boyfriend material for me. My concerns about meeting Ali are purely based on how nervous he was in the light reveal. I'm really concerned that he perhaps lacks the confidence that I have and need in a man.
Right, she's definitely not coming. 100%. The waiting sort of intensified the anxiety a little bit. I was just full of, like, fear of rejection. This is torture. No way! Are you serious?
Hi.
Do you know what? I'm just so happy now. All those nerves and the relief and everything.
Just yesterday, seriously, I thought you were going to have heart failure in that light reveal.
I've never felt so self-conscious in all my life. Because when I saw the way you were, you like looked really sweet and lovely, and you were standing there. And
Sweet?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Do I look like what you thought I looked like?
Better.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I think my friends and family would like Ali because he's funny and able to hold a conversation. And my dad would obviously like him because he's got the Middle Eastern background. There will be a question mark over whether he's man enough, but hopefully he can prove them wrong.
Even if we were in the same place, the chances of actually speaking and then...
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's just...
Because you wouldn't have come and talked to me.
No, I would have done.
No, you wouldn't.
What do you mean I wouldn't?
You just wouldn't. I just know you wouldn't.
Why not?
Because I'd have given you a frosty face stare.
Yeah, and persistence beats resistance.